A recent report by Washington D.C-based research group India Hate Lab revealed a staggering count of 668 anti-Muslim hate speech cases documented in India in 2023. Notably, two-thirds of hate speech against Muslims were made in BJP-ruled states.
Growing calls in India for measures to curb hate speech on TV news channels.
Trigger warning. India's alarming escalation in hate speech. It's a story the mainstream media have an aversion.
According to the report, 6 out of 8 states that reported the highest number of hate speech incidents against Muslims were under BJP leadership for the entire year, while the remaining 2 witnessed these events after transitioning to BJP rule following the legislative elections in 2023. On that note, 255 incidents were documented in the first half of the year, a figure that surged by 62% to 413 events in the latter half. But who is responsible for orchestrating these events that propagate Islamophobic sentiment? Well, the report found a rapid growth in the Hindu nationalist groups and actors engaging in hate speech. IHL points out that in terms of organizations, the highest number, which constitutes 32% of the total events, were organized by Vishwa Hindu Parishad and the Bajrang Dal, both of whom are led by RSS. In fact, 46% of total hate speech events were organized by entities that are part of the broader Sangh Parivar, with BJP taking the third place. Whereas in terms of party in power, the report analysis revealed that 498 of it, that is an overwhelming 75% of hate speech events, took place in the regions governed by the BJP. Bear in mind that the primary legal entity that can enforce laws against hate speech is the state and the central government in India, because it can control law and order as well as the police. Coming back to the numbers, BJP leaders were involved in hate speech at 100, which constitutes 15% of the events. Apart from politicians, Hindu religious leaders delivered incendiary speeches at 93, or 14% of the events, the report said. To give you the details, the list of sources of hate speech were topped by Hindu far-right influencer Kajal Hindustani, followed by Chief of Antarashtriya Hindu Parishad Praveen Togadia and Chief of Hindu Rashtra Sena Dhananjay Desai, whereas Telangana BJP legislator T. Raja Singh was in 5th place, having delivered 23 hate speech events. What do these speeches include that IHL labels it hate speech, you may wonder. Now, the report that used the United Nations definition of hate speech reveals that while 169 events called for targeting Muslim places of worship, 239, that is 36% of the total events, included a direct call of violence against Muslims, of which 14 were given by BJP legislator T. Raja Singh alone. In addition to that, 63% of the total events included references to conspiracy theories, including love jihad, land jihad, halal jihad, population jihad, and others, which has become a new norm in most events organized by the Hindutva wings. India is identified as the country most at risk from misinformation and disinformation, according to a 2023 survey report of World Economic Forum. This raises concerns that it could undermine the legitimacy of electoral processes and democratic institutions, the report said. Apart from that, Rohingya refugees also find a mention in speeches at 38 events, accounting for 4% of the total incidents documented. The IHL report also pointed out that 41 out of 193 events that took place between October 7 and December 31 used the Israel-Gaza war to fuel fear and animosity towards Indian Muslims.